So, good evening, and I'll wait few more minutes to join. Only few members have joined till now. So, I'll wait 2 minutes more and then I will start some new topics and some interesting topics. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start. So, in the last class, we have discussed about port scanner that we have made using Python. And today I am going to discuss about Zip cracker and password dictionary password attack. So first of all, we have to understand some terms before we go to make a dictionary password cracker. So today we are going to make dictionary password. Okay, I'm going to start. Cracker. Okay. So we have to understand what is hash. So hashing is a cryptographic process that can be used to validate the authenticity and integrity of various types of input, like you have some password like mango, an easy password mango, and if you want to convert it into a some encrypted form or some form in which it looks like different, but uh, we generally use it to hide. So if you go to Etsy shadow, which is in your Linux system, you will see that how actually hash looks like. So I think that you have some understanding of hash, that how hash is look alike. So now it's time that we move to the code, that how we will crack that hash. Okay, so here, okay, let me break down the hash code. Please wait a minute. My screen is visible. My VS code is visible, I think. Okay, let me reshare my screen. So, okay, fine. I got some comments. So here we are using a library which is named as hasleaf. So we will start from here. Actually, we are giving a sample password, which is I have chosen Rocky123. Okay. And we are using this definition, this method to convert this Rocky123 into a hash. And I will show you how it looks like. So if we pass that Rocky123 into that function that I have made here. So what is in the function actually? Let's see. Result equal to hasleaf. Hasleaf is this module, and hasleaf.sha1 is a predefined function which is present in the hasleaf function. Okay. So we are passing the word list dot password, which is the argument, and we are using dot encode. We are using dot encode so that if I am passing here some other types of character which is present in other type of encoding format like UTF-16, so it will get converted into UTF-8. Okay, that's why we are using here dot encode function. Okay, fine. And after that, we will return that result into hex digest. We are using hex digest to convert that binary into hexadecimal format. Okay. And so here in this line, actual password has equal to has actual password. So what is happening here? We are passing this Rocky123 into that function, and we are storing this in a variable. Okay. So if we type here encode, okay, I am explaining encode 1 second. We are using this encode function to encode the string or the content of the variable into UTF-8 format, which is the default format of encoding. By default, if you use encode function, it will convert your past string, here I am using Rocky123 into UTF-8 format. UTF-8 is a standard format. Okay. So now if we print actual password hash, okay, so let's see what will happen. We are going to terminal, and we have to write here that we are using Python 3, and the name of this is, we have to first save, and name is passcracker.py. Okay, so here you can see that it is giving a output which is 3392 dbc, something like that. And actually it is the hash, which is a SHA1 type. So we are storing it into the actual password hash. So why we are saving, we are saving it into the actual password hash. So actually what we are going to do here is we are using a dictionary. Okay, there is a dictionary which is saved in my this folder, and this dictionary contains a lot of words or lot of strings that we are going to use to brute force to crack it. Okay, so we are reading each line of the dictionary.txt, and we are using here split function so that I will convert all the text present in the dictionary into a list, and we can use it one by one. Okay, so when we use the brute force function, actually what is going to here happen here is we are passing that words present in the dictionary.txt one by one by using this for guess password in guess password list, and we are converting the words which are present in our txt file into hash one by one, and we are trying to match it with that. with that thing. If it will match to that thing, that means this password is present in the dictionary.txt. That's why the hash of dictionary.txt and the hash of the actual password that we are given here 123 is present. Okay. So I think that I have to explain it one more time so that you can understand it very well. So actually what we are doing, we are giving a password because we are going to check here that it is working or not. So we are passing a password which is Rocky123, and actual password hash will convert it into a hash and we'll store it in this variable. And we have a dictionary.txt file where a lot of words are present, and this is also present there, and I have written there so that I can check that it is working or not. Okay, so I will convert that dictionary.txt into a list by using this dot split, and I will pass it into the brute force. Okay, for now, if we go to the brute force function now, we will see that we are passing this guess password list and one more argument which is actual password has, which is generated there, and we will iterate through each word present in the list, and we will check the hash of the list with the actual password hash. If it will be equal to actual password hash any one of the list, then it will print, hey, your password is guessed password and please change this. It was present in the word list. So I'm going to show you what will happen if there will be something another like 1233. So now I will save it and I will go to the terminal, new terminal, and now I will use the command python 3 pass cracker.py, and I will enter. It was not in the word list because in the dictionary.txt this 1233 was not present. So let's try what is present in the dictionary.txt. Few more words. So let me open the dictionary.txt. Okay, fine. So here you can see that monkey is also present there. Okay, so I will go here and I will change the string monkey. Monkey was present in the dictionary. That's why I'm writing here monkey so that I can check that it is working perfectly or not. Python 3 passcracker.py, and I will enter now. Yes, hey, your password is monkey. So I think that it is clear to you that how it is working. And if you read the whole code, each line, this is not so difficult to understand. If you have any doubts, you can ask to me simply. I will try to answer you. So I am giving you 1-2 minutes so that you can see this code, and if you have any doubt you can ask me. I am going to look the chat. Okay. So I can see there are some questions. Which one is the list and which one is the string? Okay. So here the actual password, it is a string, and we are using list because in the dictionary.txt there are more than 1,000 of words. So we have to store it in list. That's why we have used here dot split. And after using dot split, it get converted into a list. And and you should know how a list looks like because you have also understand about what is list and dictionary and tuples. So you also know what is a list. So we will convert it into list, and you should know that if you write for and you can write any variable name here in guess password list. So if you do it like that, then it means you are iterating through each password present in guess password list, because we have converted the dictionary text into guess password list. Okay, is it clear to you? And what is the next question? Sir, what is a dictionary file? Dictionary file is a random file that I have generated. You can make your own dictionary file. You can write it manually and you can convert it simply to a text file. If you are using a notepad in Windows, you can easily create a dictionary file. You can write lots of lines there, and you can save it by yourself. But I have downloaded from anywhere a dictionary file. And if you want to do it in real life, then there is a very famous word file present, which is rocku.txt. So write it somewhere so that you can find out what is rocku.txt after the class. It is a very large txt file which contains a lot of passwords so that you can use them to brute force. Okay. And what are the other? Sir, how did you open the dictionary where the word monkey was written? It was just a simple text file. I had saved it in the same folder where I had written these codes, and I had just click on that txt file, it get opened, and I had seen there is a word present monkey, so that I used that word monkey to test that if the monkey was converted into a hash, so that I can brute force it or not. If I have somewhere stored that word in a dictionary. Okay, so I think many of you have got it. If somebody have not got still, you can ask again. Okay, how can we use these techniques in real life? In real life, if you are using a Linux machine, then you can just type a command sudo cat. I am writing here, don't worry. Sudo cat @c sorry, sudo cat @c fast wd. If you write this and if you run this, I'm not going to run this command because my credentials are saved in this folder. And if you watch it on your side on your Linux machine, then you will find that your name of the user and the hash of your password will be stored somewhere in this file. And if you visit it and you will try to crack it, you can try to crack it using some ordinary tools like John the Ripper, Hydra. Okay, but here the same cheese I am doing with Python. And in real life, we generally use some huge txt files so that we can brute force better, because you can't guess somebody's password with just few 500 or 600 words. You need at least 20, 30, 40,000 or 1 lakh words so that you can brute force. Okay, so some common passwords. But if you have some complex password, then it is not easy to brute force. Okay, if you have still some questions, you can ask. I hope you are enjoying this password cracker. Okay. And one more thing, that here, this is SHA1. This is a type of hash. And there are a lot of type of hashes present, like NTLM, ROS 256, SHA1, and lot more things. Okay. So it will be better if you want to understand it well, so that you can also try the tool John the Reaper, so that you can watch some videos that how John the Ripper works. Okay, there are some websites like crack stations explain sudo cat. Okay, this is a file. You are asking a question. Explain sudo cat. Okay, actually sudo is a command that we use when we are using some sensitive files which required some higher permissions or higher privilege. That's why you use sudo. Let me show you an example that if I write here cat at c pass wd, then or at c shadow, because it is stored in shadow, so it will say permission denied. The reason behind is that we have not that much privilege that we can open that etc shadow file, because it is a sensitive file. If I can get your etc shadow file, then there is a huge chances that I can breach your password. And if I use their sudo etc shadow, I think I should type here cat. Okay, if I will type here and I'll press enter. Okay, I will change my password later. So here you can see that there are some hashes written there. So if you use some hash cracking techniques, then you may crack these hashes. Is it clear now, Sachin? And what are the other questions? What is slash n? We use slash n to end line. Okay. Okay, I think that it is clear to all of you. Okay, fine. So, and I will give some few minutes to so that you can watch the code, and after that I will move to some other topics like Jeep Cracker. But before that, I will show something to you. So first of all, you can watch this code, and you have still somewhere any doubt, you can type it in the chat. Good evening, everybody. Still, I am getting good evenings. Please join on time. Sir, what was the name of the dictionary? You are talking about the txt file that I have talked about, that it is a very huge file to brute force. This is rockyou.txt, rockyu.txt. Okay. Go and find out what is rockyou.txt and where we use this file. We use everywhere where we are going to brute force anything. Okay, font size. Okay. Is it okay? Okay. So now I'm going to move to the next topic, because this topic has been already covered. Docu.txt is a large file of 53 MB. Yes, yes. Docu is a large file, and capital R is not there. Small r, RUCKYOU. Okay. So now I'm going to show you some. Okay. In the last class, I have discussed about Nmap and I have given you some tasks to make your own scanner. Okay. And I had also shared some documentations of Nmap. So I think that you have gone through all these things. Any tool to generate these word lists. Uh, if you are, it depends on where you are trying to brute force. Okay. Like if you are using some web web penetration testing, if you are doing web penetration testing and you are using a tool Bub Suite, then it allows you to generate word list according to the permutation and combinations. Okay, so in the last class I have discussed about Nmap and a simple port scanner. So here I am going to show you some demonstrations of Nmap dash dash help. So I think that you have gone through the documents that I have shared. So you can see that there are a lot of things present here and uses like SL for list scan, SNPing scan, then lot of things are there. Some scanning techniques and how to specify ports and why we use SV and why we use SC. It is all written on the documents and you can also read here. We use SV for service scan, we use SC for default scripts. Okay, dash O for OS detection. Somebody has asked me in the previous class that if you want to detect what is the OS running on the server, how can I detect it? So you can simply use that dash capital O flag in your Nmap scan so that you can find out what is the operating system the server is using. Okay, and this is dash T threading. You can also set how much speed you want in your scan with dash T. Okay, so let me show you some examples like scan me nmap.org. We are using this website. So if you are using nmap dash vvv, we are using here dash vvv so that I can scan very verbosely, very verbosely matlab very detailed. Okay, dash capital no and dash as capital C. I am going to use all the default scripts here, and after that website we have to also assign the ports if you are willing to assign. But if you want to scan the default ports, we can leave it. And if you want to assign it that I am going to scan all the present ports, then I can do dash p test. Okay, so if I do it, it will take too much time, I think, because we are using dash p dash, and you can see there are a lot of ports open there. Please show us OS detection. I tried but is showing an error. Yes, because sometimes it fails. Let me use it. Dash oh sorry oh root privilege requires. Are you getting the same error? Then you should use sudo in front of it. Okay, sudo, because I had shown you last time when we are opening the etc set of file, we use sudo where we are going to do something sensitive which requires higher privileges. Okay, and by default, if you're using OS detection, you have to enter sudo in front of it. Okay, okay, you can see it is going on, and after the result we can find out which OS is running there. Uh, Actually, you should think that how it detects that this or this that OS is running on that server. Actually, it looks that which ports are open and which services are opened, and it will look that yeah, there is SMB open, SMB is running there, so there is a high chances that it is a Windows machine, because SMB is by default runs on Windows. So by this way, it shows us that this is a Linux system or it is a Windows system, but it is not always perfect. It can show you errors. It can give you wrong answers. Okay, so just leave it. It will take too much time. Okay, so I think, is there any more questions? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to move to the OneNote so that I can start some new topic. And now I'm going to start Jeep cracking. Okay. So first of all, what is a Jeep? So let me get my pen so that I can start. I think my screen is visible to all of you. Okay. So now I am going to teach you what is a Jeep cracker. So before that, we have to understand what is a Jeep. Okay. So Jeep is a common file format. Common file format. Zip is a common file format that used to compress one or more files together. Used to compress one or more files together. Okay. And what is the benefit? That's why, so why we use zip. It decreases the size, easy to share, and lot more. That's why we use zip. And we can also, the main thing, we can also encrypt, and we can also use password. We can also make password protected zips. So if you are using a Windows system, then you have faced lot of time zips, and you can easily make a zip using the GUI of your machine. But some Linux, it is not installed by default. We have to install some commands, and we use some commands to make a zip file. Okay, so now I am going to discuss how a zip cracker works. Okay, here we are also going to use that dictionary.txt, because we are also going to brute force here. Okay, so first of all, we have to see what are the modules present there. Okay, so here it is zip file. Let me remove. Let me remove my pen. 1 minute, please. Okay. So we are using a module named zip file, and the other one is TQDM, import TQDM. Don't worry about what is TQDM too much, because we generally, when we are going to make a script, then we use a lot of modules. It doesn't mean that you have to understand each and every functions of each modules. Okay, just you are looking that what we are going to do with TQDM. Okay, so import zip file. So and the other is TQDM. So as I said that we are also going to use that dictionary.txt. Okay, so the zip file you want to crack its password. Okay, the password is stored in the dictionary.txt somewhere, and we had also and I had also already made a crack it.zip file that is stored in the same directory, and I am using zip file equal to this so that I can read that in this location zip file is present. And when I will do that zip file equal to zip file dot zip file, it is a predefined function present in this module, and we are assigning here this, which is stored in zip file, and it will get into the zip file variable. And if you print that, it will print that it is a type of zip file. Okay, so till now it is clear to all of you. Okay, fine. So what we are going to do in the next step, now we are going to print the total password to test is n words. In the word list we are using R and B. Why we are using B? Bytes. B stands for bytes, and R stands for read permissions. Okay, so we are opening the word list file and we are converting it into list. In the last code I had shown you that I had converted the word file, a txt file, into a list, and I am also doing the same here with a different way. Here you can see list, open word list, and we are reading the length of it. Okay, so and what's equal to length, so that we can know how many text are present there. And after that I will open the word list RB as word list, and I will just use the for loop. And what is TQDM is doing here, you will see when I will run it. Okay, let me run it. I will explain it. Don't worry. Okay, zip tracker.py. Okay, yes. You can see that we are getting some analytics here, that we found that password in the 169th position of the 12,648 passwords or brute forcing texts. So it is also giving here 1%, and here it is showing that 0%. So from where it is coming? It is coming from TQDM. Okay, so that's we can also do the same code without using the TQDM, but we are using the TQDM so that we can analyze it in a better way. Okay, so the syntax is here, the word in word list, the simple that you write in a for loop, but we are also providing some details here that total is equal to n words, so that it can analyze that that which position from that n words is the password that you can see here. It is the 1% of the password, it was present in the 1% and top of the 169. Okay, so and after the loop we are using here try, and in the try zip file dot extract all, and pw stand for password. And in the loop for each word we are trying that word dot strip, we are using strip to remove any spaces in spaces present in the front and the behind of the text, and we will just apply it to the zip file, the password. If it works, then we will, if it doesn't work, then we will continue in the accept. If try fails, accept will run and continue will iterate it once more time. And if it works, if the try will work, then accept will not be printed, and after that else will be printed, because we are moving to else, because accept is not going to print, so that continue is not going to work. So it will print that this word was your password and blah blah blah. You can see here. I think it is uh, making a sense to you, and you can also read the code, and you can also ask where you are getting problems to understand it, so that I can try to solve it for you. I'm giving you some time. So you can understand what is going on there. Please respond somebody. Okay, I will give you 1 more minutes. Okay, thank you for responding. TQDM once again. Okay, we are using TQDM so that we can visualize it in a better way. Like, let me run it. Python 3 zip cracker.py. You can see that it is giving 1%. It means that the password is present in the 169th position in this iteration. And the total word was 12,648. Okay. So it TQDM is a function, is a module which help us to visualize better. And we can also do the same code without TQDM, but we are using here so that we can visualize the brute force in a better way. Okay. And you can also add some your creativity to it. One more question. Gym function in Jeep and so many is that how would for star file. Yes, you got a very good questions on this. Here we are using a zip file so that we are brute forcing the zip file specifically, but there are lot more extensions and lot more formats like tar. Okay, like tar, rar, and zip. So there are some specific module for each type of files. Visualization, Sachin. Okay. Visualization, like you can see here, 1%, 0%, and the time it took, how many words per second the iteration runs. Okay. Perform the code without TQDM. Okay. For we have to change lot of things here. Like, let me try it. If you want to see it without TQDM, so that I will try it, or I think it should run. You can see that without TQDM, we are not getting these things that how many words per second it is running, and where is the password located, what was the position of the password. Okay. Yes. By using zip file, we are doing the brute force by using the zip file module or library. I think it is clear to all of you. So I am giving you some time, and so that you can look to the code, and after that I will show you some more things, or I will repeat all the things once again, so that if there will be some problem, it will be resolved. Okay. So please respond that it is getting too heavy, or if you want that, I can repeat the whole code once again and all the things once again, pass cracker and jeep cracker. Okay. So in the last class, I have sent you the code of port scan, and I had said you that use some creativity to the code and make it make some more features on the code. So have you did? And I had just created a simple thing in this code. As I said that you have to make this code to run for 1024 ports at a time. And I have added a piece of code there in the last line. And I have added that if the flag will be A, then create a list from 1 to 1024 ports and pass it to the args.tgt ports. And if you see, let me run it. Python 3 all port scan.py. Let me give here the site name of our the beat dot in, and if I will give here dash p capital A, then it will scan for all the 1024 ports. Okay. And if you try it for some other websites like Amazon.in, then you can see that. Okay. Just please provide these spy files for today class as well. Okay. After the class. And yeah, and I have shown you this code in the last class. Actually, this becomes too heavy for some students, and that's why I have shared this code, and I think that you have read each line so that you can understand it easily. Okay. So for today class, I have covered two things. If I why a okay, have a good question, you have a good question. So if I'll write all, okay, it will also work for it. Let me type here all. Let me save it first. Okay, now it is working. But if I type here a, this is giving error. Okay, I think you got your answer. So what is the next question? Actually, we are not using any cracker tool for zip cracking. We are using a module which is made in Python, zip file. Okay. And we are cracking a file which I have made, and it is present in this location. And if you want, then I will show you. Okay, let me do it for you. Okay, I am here. And now I got one more question. Let me just show you first. What is in the ls zip? I'm using an asterisk so that after that, if there will be anything, it will be shown here. Zipcracker.py. Okay. So let me do ls. Crack it. Okay. ls crackit.star. So after cracking the zip, there is a txt file inside it, and I know what is inside it because I have made it. So cat crackit.txt, you got the password. Okay. So there is a question, sir, what is the need of all or a? Uh, I am giving you a scenario that you are doing a scan where you want to scan all the ports which are present in the network at once, because you are not going to put I am going to scan first ftp, I am going to scan then ssh then http. You are not going to scan it like that one by one. Before that you will scan whole ports, whatever ports are there, 1 to 65,000 dot dot dot. Okay, that's the addition sir has done in the code for having photo scan at one time. Yes, yes. Okay. I think that you have got your answer. Okay. So pass cracker and zip cracker has been covered. So I'm giving you break for a half hour. After that, I will show you banner or some other day. Is there a way to print only TCP open ports? There is a question. Yes, yes, this is a way. There is always a way to do it. If I will go there and I will do it like that, and I don't know what is going to happen, but just see, I think that it should work. Hit and trial is the best way of learning. Okay, go and change your code, try, and let's see what is going to happen. All port. Okay, dot py and I'm cyber with the beat dot in, or let me check some other website. Amazon dot in dash p, and it's set here dash double a double. Okay, you can see we are only getting the open ports. We are not getting what ports are not open. Have you got your answer? Okay. So is there any more questions? Then you can ask there. Otherwise, I will give you some break. After that, I will try to rediscuss all the things that or summarize all the things that I have covered. And I'm not, no, I think that I should not cover some more topics today because it will get too heavy for you. Could you tell me where did the change? Okay, let me show it for you. I had just commented out the print line, which is printing when the ports are closed. When the exception occur, that means we are not able to find the response from that request, so that we are printing TCP closed, and here I am just commenting out it so that we will get only the open ports, only TCP open ports. Okay. And I think that it is shared to you a very good documentation of Nmap, and you should go through the documentation and you can see that there are a lot of things that you can do with Nmap. Okay, so first of all, you have to understand how a Nmap works so that you can apply your programming skills and you can create your own, and you can automate your some works. And there is also a module in Python which is named same as the tool Nmap. find out how this module works. Okay. Share this file, sir. Will try it meanwhile. Okay. I will try. I will try to share it with you. Or you can also take it out from the YouTube recording. Okay, thank you. Okay, I am giving you some break. How can you protect our file from cracking tools so that nobody can crack it? It is very simple. Just use very hard password, very strong password. Add some special characters in your password like hash, @, star, asterisk. Okay, so that the password file will be get not that much capable, so that it can break your zip or wherever. Always use some strong passwords. Okay, so I'm giving you break till 7. After that, I will just summarize all the things what I have covered. Okay, fine. Yes, there is a question. Somebody is asking that, saying that I use the nmap module. It is very simple and no sockets, no threading is required. But I am giving you a scenario where you are attacking a machine and somehow you get the access to that machine and you have no privilege so that you can install nmap and nmap is not present there. So what will you do there, and somehow that you cannot install some modules? Then in that situation, you have to install, you have to use sockets or threadings. Okay, then I am giving you some break now. So, welcome back, guys. And now I will summarize whatever I have been covered in today's session. So, we have started from dictionary password cracker, and we have understood that what is a hash. And I have also discussed there is a file in etc set. There is a file etc which is present in Linux systems, which contains the credentials of the users. And now I'll move towards the code. So here is the code. Uh, we use a module hashlib, which is present in Python, and we have made two functions. One function which will convert a string into a hash. Okay, here is the argument, and in result we are using hashlib.sha1, and sha1 is a type of hash. There are a lot of types of hash. You can go to Google and search it. Okay, and we are using here dot encode to convert the string which are going to convert into a hash into UTF format. Okay, so that the hash will be perfect. And after that, there is a function brute force. We are passing two arguments here: guess password list, which is a list, and a actual password hash, which is a hash. Okay, and for guess password in guess password list, we are using for loop here because we are going to iterate through the list which is getting generated by the dictionary.txt. Okay, and we will match I will convert each string which is present in each element which is present in the list into a hash, and I will try to match it with the actual hash. And if it will match with the actual hash, then I will print that, hey, your password is this. Okay, and please change your password. Your password is present in the word list. Okay, and if I got the password, then what will I do? I will simply exit. Okay, fine, I will exit it. And here we are reading the txt file and we are splitting it into a list. So nothing is too hard here, everything is simple. And now what I will do here, I will run it one more time. What I am going to do, I will change the monkey to money. Okay, let me check that money is present here or not. I don't know. Python 3, then the name of the Python file, py file is pass tracker.py, and just enter. Yeah, it was present here. Okay, I will add some other word here, Django. Okay, now I will do. Sorry, it was present in the word list. Oh my god, how it is happening here? No, it was not present in the word list. Django was present, and I write here Django 123. That was not present in the word list. Okay, so here I am getting a question in the comment. Okay, you can also do that. There is a question that how we can check the name of the services with port scanner if the default port are changed by the user. Just first of all, open your nmap. Okay, do nmap, and whatever you want to do, just use SV. Okay, just use dash S capital V and use very verbose, and like I'm using some websites like Amazon. Uh, okay, I scan this website, scanme.nmap.org. Okay, and I will give dash p. No, I will not give all ports. I will use default ports, and I will just simply enter. So it is showing that 1723 is open, 80 is open, 21 is open, 554, and lot more ports are open. So what if some ports will be filtered? Then we'll use here dash pn and other types of scan. But your question is, I want to detect the service. So if I want to detect the service, we'll use dash sv, and the scan is still going on. Don't worry. After the scan, you'll find that what service is running on each port. So it doesn't matter that if the default port was changed from 80 to 8080 or 8090 or whatever. Okay, it is possible to run on any port. If you want to run HTTP server, it can be run on any port. Some ports are fixed. Actually, you are talking about service scan with port scanner. Actually, Nmap is Nmap performs all the things. Nmap also do service scan, but this is a port scanner. So what do you expect from a port scanner? Do you mean what I am saying? This is a port scanner, so it is performing just simple port scan. It is not scanning the service running. We have to made another type of scanner. You can also add somewhere some codes here so that it can grab what is the service running here. That is going to be discussed in the next class in banner grabbing. Okay, by banner grabbing you can know what is the service running. Like here with Nmap you can see at 21, actually 21 is a default port for FTP, and this is a TCP wrapped. So I think it should be a FTP service, and 22 is for SSH, as I discussed in the last class. And one more thing you can notice here, that Ubuntu, it is using Ubuntu, and the SSH version is OpenSSH. You're also getting the versions. And look here, the 80 port, which is for HTTP, is using Apache. Okay, you can see here. And as I said few minutes ago, or that in SMB is a service, and it is also named as NetBIOS. But here it is a Ubuntu machine. So, and it is giving here OS Linux. So it may happen that your scan will not be perfect all the time. Okay, so by this way you can get whatever information you want. And if you want some other identifications like OS, then you can use dash O and dash A for all regressive. And you can also use dash T if you want to set the speed. uh, in some cases that you are scanning a website, and the website is looking care for whoever is scanning to me by just checking the speed of the request. So if you are using T5, this is too much high. At that time you are sending too much request at within a few seconds, then the the server will know that someone is trying to scan. Maybe he's a hacker, so he will block you. But if you use T3 or T2, then it is a moderate speed or low speed. So if you use to thread your speeds to 2, then it will be more it will be less detectable. Okay, okay, I think I had cleared your doubt. Okay, so pass cracker has been covered, and after that it was zip cracker. So I have shown you the zip cracker. What is a zip? Zip is a common file format. used to compress one or more files together. It decreases the size, it benefits. Easy to share. If you have 20-30 files and you have merged them into a single zip, then you can transfer it is very easily to some other person. But if there will be 20-30 images or files, then you have to select them manually and you have to send it. And you can understand what I am going to say, what I am saying. Password protected zips, we can also protect whatever files into a zip, and I can also protect it with a password. Okay, so what was in the code? Here we are using zip file and we are also using TQDM. Okay, fine. Now it's the actual code. So we are using zip file module and we are also using TQDM. TQDM, as I had shown you, to visualize it in a better way, like what is the speed of your iteration, or how the iteration is going on, and where was the password, location of the password, on which iteration you got the password of the zip. That's why we use TQDM. Here we have read the word list, then after we had read the zip file location and put it into the variable of the zip file function, which is a predefined function of zip file, capital Z, and here is small z, and we have stored it into a the variable name zip underscore file. Okay, and after that we have counted how many words and what is the length of the word list. First of all, we converted the word list into a list, and then we have used the len function. You have uh, read this function before, I think, which is used to measure the length of the function, measure the length of the list or an array, whatever. So we have read the length of the word list, and after that we have printed here that this is the length. And after that we opened the word list and we have iterated through each word and applied that word. Here pwd stands for password. In the extract all function, we use the password to crack it, and here the dot strip is used to remove the other leading spaces and beginning spaces. Okay, and after that we used continue because if somehow this try will fail, then accept is going to run. This is the basic of try and accept. So if continue will run, it will move to the other iteration. Now it will not execute the else part. Okay, so if it will run, then it means that accept will fail, and if it will fail, it will not continue and move to the another iteration. It will move to the else, and if it will move to the else, it will print that this is the password found word.decode.strip. Okay, and after that it will exit. Fine, it will not going to print if you found the password there, because after exit the program will not be executed. So let me run it once more. Python 3 zipcracker.py. Yes, total password to test was 12,648, and password was Rocky123 that I have written, where I had written. Okay, password was in the dictionary.txt. If you will check it, zip cracker, what was the position? 169. Okay, if I will go to 169, okay, you can see there that after that 169 there was the password, and we used that TQDM that helped us that at which position the password was stored. So I think that you have got all the things in the today's class, and we have also discussed that how we can change our simple port scanner to a all port scanner, which means that we can scan thousands of ports at a single time. Okay, so please respond. If you have some other questions, then I will try to resolve it. Otherwise, I will close the session. Okay, if it is clear, kindly send this code. Okay, okay, ma'am. I'll try to share you. Sir, please send this Python code. Okay, okay, clear. Okay, one more thing. If you have not subscribed the channel, so please subscribe, and we we have also add the super chat option, so you can also go through this, and you can also support us. So thank you for joining. Okay, I will share the code so that you can practice. Okay, sir, how to connect you in Telegram? Okay, let me share. Let me. Okay, I will share with you. Farid, you can, if you go to our channel and go visit to the about, then you can found our website link where you can find the Telegram link. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you everybody for joining, and please support, as I have pinned that super chat option is available for now. Okay. Okay. Thank you everybody.